Powering your life. Welcome to the Sphere. This episode is sponsored by KOG and Company. Are your unique gifts and talents changing the world? Do you desire to belong to a community of unity? Visit KOGpassion.com to learn more about the Unleash Your Dopeness movement. Looking to advertise? Join the Sphere's vast demographic reach of thousands of people all over the world. Send an email today to advertise@thesphere.tv or call us at area code 832-772-7789. Houston Housewives of Finance. For more information on increasing your cash flow, becoming your own money manager, and to schedule your complimentary personal finance strategy, contact the Houston Housewives of Finance today at 1-844-700-4463.
Good evening. What's up? Thank you for tuning into, what is the name of this show? G is for Gentlemen.
Come on now, sir. I know it's a new year and a new you, but, we got to, let's get it together.
I'm just being silly. Thank you for tuning into G is for Gentlemen. I am Kalen Laws, a.k.a. Senor Wapo, and you can follow me on all social media outlets, Senor Wapo 713. Go to my blog, check me out, www.seniorwapo713.com, and holla at my co-host as well. B, what up?
Hey, everybody, what's going on? I'm your boy, Real B.O. Excuse me, I don't know my own name. Real B.M.O.N.
We both tripping today.
Man, monkey see monkey do. Speaking of, segue.
We'll talk about it.
But yeah, man, I just wanted to say what's up to everybody. It's a new year, new you, new us. So let's thrust into a new horizon. I just, I'm coming with it off the dome.
That's all good.
What I'm saying,
I like
it. Speaking of the dome, Georgia Dome got something new in store for you. It's called the Mercedes-Benz Dome now, and we have a gentleman that does a lot of things right around the corner from there.
Oh, yeah. Right around the corner.
He is not new to the show. He is somebody that if you don't know him, you definitely need to get to know him. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to welcome our guest co-host, Mr. Robert, in the building.
I have returned. I'm back. I'm back. Yes. Look, Happy New Year to the G for Gentlemen crew.
Yes, sir. It
hasn't been that.
It's good to see another Atlanta. Atlanta from my old stomping ground, my old home. Look, you're keeping it straight for me.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You're keeping it intact.
And look, we've been having a good time discussing the good times in the A and whatnot. You know what I mean? It's all
when
good.
I was a child, I spake as a child, but now that I became a man, I had to put away childish things. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, no doubt.
And I'm gonna have fun. That's all.
Listen, have a good time. You hear me?
Hey, can we cut the AC on in here?
But Happy New Year to you, to Russ, man. I hope you celebrated it well with the boys.
Yes.
You had a great time. And you had a great time.
Yeah.
Mama Letha had a great time. Everybody. Sean, what up? Shout out to you.
I know, right?
And so let's just go and jump in, man.
Yeah, let's do it.
So when you came last time, we made it a point, for those who this may be your first episode tuning in and checking out. Robert, Rusty,
or your first episode ever.
Absolutely. But last time, we had a really candid conversation about black men.
Very.
What that looks like, what that entails, kind of, and you being having been in this career for the better part of 10 years now, on many different levels, and now you're starting to get senior executive level. God is good. You've seen so much.
Yes.
You've seen so much as it relates to black men in front of the camera, right? And I think that's kind of where we hinge on. Like, what do we see in front of the camera? But there's a reason why we see us looking like buffoons in front of the camera. What kind of I'm just kind of skipping around on the list right now. But what kind of conversations when you've been at production tables and in meetings and things of that nature and talking to your colleagues who aren't black, right? Who aren't minority, what kind of conversations go on about how they view us as people?
What? Oh my God!
We went there first.
That's fine. Listen, one thing that it doesn't matter what production network company, it doesn't matter. they do not want to alienate, right, everyone or really anyone, right? The point is to get you and everybody else to be able to watch this show, right? Or buy this products or whatever.
Absolutely.
That makes sense. Just saw that with the whole H&M, right? We need everybody to want to spend their money and watch, because the more you watch, especially in media, the more you watch or listen or tune in or like, right, is how much more money. That's how much more money.
Affects the bottom line.
Correct.
Affects the bottom line.
It's all about money. All of this it's a money play and a money game, right?
Yeah.
So for me, particularly when we are dealing with certain types of shows or certain types of guests or people, right? And I can't say this for all productions, but I know mine in particular, we are very sensitive to how certain people are being portrayed, right? I'll give you one very specific example. So on court shows, all these conflict shows or whatnot, right? Especially in court, you have one it's somebody's going for, somebody's going against, right?
Right.
You never want to kind of let the African American man be against the other. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it can easily come off looking as they're talking down,
divisive,
bashing down. Correct, right? And that sends some people away from the table like this.
Yeah. I ain't watching.
I won't watch that show.
Yeah,
correct. So we have to have those type of conversations when we're pitching shows, right? If I'm pitching a show to my boss or whatever, I say, this is the type of guests I have, right, Kaylin? This is the type of guests I have. This person is coming to sue this person, or this person is going against this person, whatever the conflict is, and this is how we can spin it to make it look good. As long as the result is going to look positive, we can do it.
Right.
If it's not going to look positive at the end of the day, we won't do it.
Right.
And I think a number of the productions and a number of these media platforms or whatever, they really follow the same same what am I trying to say?
Same formula.
Formula. Thank you. They all try to follow the same formula because nobody wants to lose the bottom line. Nobody wants to lose any money by having something or showing something that
puts a certain demographic in a certain. It's the same thing. It's the same thing with the LGBTQ and any other. I forgot they add a different letter, but it's the same with that community because heaven forbid you say something about that community, the Jews. I mean, it's all about the perception of spinning in a certain light, and it's kind of crazy. I think that's why we get so frazzled when we see something like the H&M or something that does put a certain community in a certain light. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I think when we do see it, because so many companies are trying to stay away from that, we may become overly sensitive when it comes to, because the person could be actually in the wrong, but if it's putting a certain demographic in a certain light that we resonate with, we don't want to see that.
Right, but it's
responsible. So does that mean are we running from the truth, or are we? What are we doing?
No, we're not. I think it's responsible. I think it's a responsible move. Honestly, I have nothing against it. I've never been against it, in my office.
When you say against it, what do you mean?
I'm saying I haven't said, oh, no, you're wrong for thinking that. You know what I mean? Because remember, I'm pitching these to my bosses, if you will. But it's responsible for us to really sit back and say, hey, how is this going to be?
What is the general population?
Absolutely.
How are they going to perceive this?
But I think that goes back to all your core values and beliefs, right? Because I know some companies that don't care. We're going to throw them out there. As a matter of fact, I want them to act the fool even more. Please. Because that's what.
Because it proves our point.
Absolutely. Or it keeps people coming in. I don't care if it proves my point or not. It keeps the viewers coming in. Some people don't care for that. I just happen to work for a company that actually does care. We have a responsibility, right, for not only ourselves, but for the product that we're portraying, to be responsible, to look great in this arena. Because we talked last time about this media platform being a very, very, very large arena that reaches from one end of the earth to the other end of the earth. We got a responsibility, and I think everybody has to take that.
So I'm guessing you don't work for VH1. All right, what were you saying, Kaylin? Next.
And it's interesting that you say that, Rusty, because I've been in your office, and your office looks like us, and so that it was so refreshing to walk in the office and to see so many young, old, whatever, minority men and women out there doing their thing and creating dope content and being recognized. For those of you who do not know, he's been nominated, and how many have you won?
Okay, so as an associate producer, I can't call myself an Emmy winner because I was not a producer. Okay. Because that's who becomes.
Oh, never knew that.
No.
But let's talk about the people that you helped to win.
No. But as a producer, we've been nominated the last two years for paternity court. I'm praying that we get another nomination. I'm praying that we're going to bring this thing home, and then you will see the statue because my name is on that nomination.
Absolutely.
And it's just the
you're just paying your dues.
Man. It's paying your dues. Right. And you know, the little people don't get recognized all the time. But as you continue to go and go, it'll come to you. Yep.
So let me ask you this then, because you are a black man and you work in media. I guess where are we at? Like, how do you see black men in media right now? Because you're around it. I know you go to the different conferences and different things like that. So where are we at? How do you see black men in media right now?
We're still working. You know, I think it's still a look, man. It's a grind. I think it's a grind for us. I think it takes the type of person, and I said a little bit of this last time, or whatever, that really kind of has it all to really progress in this industry, if you will. You either got to have the capital, or you got to have the experience, the production, the knowledge, and somebody to back you, because not a lot of us have that. You know, a lot of us have that. You know, so it takes us, and we talked about this last time. A lot of the these values that we have. You know, the responsibility that we have to push us as a people, us as black men, as gentlemanly men, if you will, for your show. You know, to do the right thing. And to go about doing the right thing while you're at work, you know what I mean. So if that means I'm coming in earlier, or whatever, to do my job, because I know, Susie or whoever, is not doing the same thing, because I need to be acknowledged. I want to be promoted, whatever it is. Then I have to do that, because I know I have the responsibility of all these generations of men and men behind me. Go ahead.
Basically playing the game.
Absolutely. I mean, if you want to call it that. Yeah. I think we've been doing that for a long time.
I can remember somebody, and you may know this guy. You lived in Atlanta, but I remember being, when I worked for Turner Studios, and being on the campus of where they have TBS, TNT, all those different shows, and I remember seeing like the Ryan Glovers, in positions of power. And I think it's very important for, like you said, for us to pay our dues, so that we can get to those positions of power where we're consulting the presidents and vice presidents of major networks that have a large influence on influence on color or that watch these different shows.
Absolutely.
So Robert, how can we in what ways can we as black men contribute to further progressing ourselves in media? In the best possible light.
In the best possible light.
Yeah. What are some ways that you see?
Be yourself. For me personally, I know a lot of actors. I know a lot of singers. I know a lot of rappers. I think it's different ways and different avenues to progress, right? For me, myself, I'm glad you just said this, B, whatever. Like, I'm okay with paying my dues and doing it the right way, right? Right? Because there is a sense of, you know what, he did good, right? And when when the fruits of our labors come later on, knowing that I had that behind me, right, is even that much more rewarding. Right. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And so to answer,
people want to see you win too. Like, you're surprised how many people want to see you win,
especially once you grind it out.
Absolutely, right? And so for me personally, it gives me a sense of satisfaction that I did do this the right way. And these people who are congratulating and saying, "Oh, Russ, we're so proud of you," so forth and so on. I know that hearing that,
it basically gives validity to everything that you did.
Absolutely,
all
man.
the hard work
and I'm
stuff
sorry,
that nobody saw.
I'm sorry if I don't have any specific reasons, but I think that's the way. No, look, man, I come from a place, where James E. Ryan Middle School, Jack Yates Senior High School, where these boys don't even see. They ain't seen out third ward. Right. You understand what I'm saying?
We do that every
Absolutely.
week. We know.
We talked about this a little bit before, or whatnot. So even the little things that I have seen at this point of my 36 years now, right, I have lived almost 3 or 4 generations since. For other people. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So when they see me, they see themselves. Do you understand? So once they see that, they say, "Oh, he made it, then I made it, right, and then I become responsible for this whole generation that was right there along with me."
Basically, you're helping others move forward and beyond.
I am.
Look at you. I like that.
But I am. I hear you with the toast. Look.
Listen, to infinity and to infinity and beyond. Absolutely. I love having dope conversations with dope individuals.
How much do you love it?
You know what? I love it so much that this portion of the show is sponsored by a dope company called KOG and Company. Are your unique gifts and talents changing the world world. Unleash Your Dopeness is a people empowerment movement built to encourage the masses to operate outside of their fears and have the gall to recklessly pursue their dreams and passions in life. Join thousands of others as we unlock the greatness that dwells inside. Shop dope gear at kogpassion.com. That's kogpassion.com, and use coupon code DOPE with an exclamation mark for 10% off of Unleash Your Dopeness apparel. It's exclusive apparel. Act now. Sizes are selling out fast.
Yo, speaking of dope gear, dope apparel, you know, Kaylin, you read that very well, by the way. So I want to give you kudos. You know? As a creative, right? How does style fit into that picture? Because we're, you know, we talked about, you know, making us look a certain way or making things look in a certain light. So on top of that, how does style kind of fit into that whole? Because certain shows, like when people come and wear their own stuff, you can't whatever. But like other shows, you know, how does that play a part?
You look good, you feel good. When you feel good, you do good.
Facts.
You understand what I'm saying?
And perception is reality for a lot of people that are looking on the screen.
Here's the thing, right? In production is probably the most laxed of all industries.
That is so true.
What I'm saying?
That is so
Because
true.
It matters not what you look like or what you're wearing, as long as you're producing, right? So I don't really care. Plus, production doesn't have set hours, so you need to be comfortable.
Right.
At all times.
Yeah.
Because you working, you mentioned this last time, you working all day sometimes.
Right.
Depending on if you're working on the movie, sometimes you're working
18 hours.
Shit, easily.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So you have to be lax. Well, if I'm gonna call myself a producer, right, and I'm getting people who don't know me, never met me, never seen me, but I gotta get them to listen to me, correct? Everything that I say, you got to sit on. You hinging on.
Yeah.
He the man, he know what he's saying.
Yeah.
Well, if I don't look the part when you see me,
My God, you better talk it.
you ain't no respect there.
You better talk it.
There is no respect there, right? So it is. I made it a point early in my career, even when I wasn't making any money, I still got to look presentable.
Yeah.
Because my mom wasn't sending me out the house if I didn't look
about
presentable
it?
anyway.
How about
you
it?
understand? So I put my suit on, I iron my shirt, I shine my shoes like Granddaddy taught me.
How about it?
And that's how you gonna see me, right? And just for me personally, you know, I want to look good anyway. So it was just back in the hand.
Yeah, for sure. So let's transition from you know brick and mortar media, right? From terrestrial radio, from you know
Come through
stations.
terrestrial.
From stations, things of that nature. And let's go to this thing that's everywhere. So, Charlamagne the God, one of my favorite media personalities, calls the internet the great equalizer.
The great,
right? Because it makes everybody equal.
And it's still undefeated.
Super undefeated.
Oh my God, seriously. And so on the internet is, you know, social media, right? And so listen, you can't get away from it. If you're not on it, you're behind.
Yep.
You're 10, 12, you're a decade behind easily. Yep. And so we have to use it. You use it.
Yep.
So give me a couple, 3 to 5 ways to the gentleman should use social media responsibly.
Oh my gosh. And I had this written down last time. I was ready for this last time. And I had to make some notes. First off, pick something. Right?
Yeah.
Choose something. What grinds my gears is when I see, you know, people that's got some of everything on their damn social media, right? Pick something. Pick a theme. Pick a topic.
Right.
Let's take you, for example. You use style to push your own values, if you will, the things that are important to you.
Right.
You have themes, right? Authenticity or love, whatever it is. I think that's fantastic. I think it helps build your brand. It cements you as what type of person you are, right? Because people who don't even know you can try to see what type of person you are, right? If you look at my social media personally, it ain't nothing but work stuff, family stuff, right? That's it. That's just me, and that's me.
It's what you do. You work and you love your.
That's all it is. It's a microcosm of what you are. Right? It's almost like a Kaylin to go, or a B to go, or a Rusty to go, right? A sample set of me. This is what I'm all about. I love my children. I love my mama. And I love working, and that's all the pictures you see,
right?
Pretty much. And myself or whatever. When I'm saying, "Hey, what's going on?" That's it. Next thing, authenticity. Be yourself.
Yeah, man.
It is not hard.
Well, that's funny you said that because I feel like right now one of the hardest things to do in life is to be yourself.
Well, people fronting. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, be yourself. It's okay. If that's what you like, that's fine. But don't push and pub the fake And when you know the people that are following you know that it's not to be true.
People forget the age-old tale, real recognize real.
Come on, man.
And people are attracted to that.
After being yourself, be transparent. If you're going to use the medium to let people into your life, let them know a little something about you.
Right.
It's okay.
Right.
I'm not saying, open up your bank account and show them, all of that. Be yourself. Be authentic. You know what I mean? Be a little transparent. Also, more importantly, there is a responsibility with this.
There it is.
Okay? Your posts or what people pitch and prod and everything or whatever, be mindful that affects others as well.
Man, it's so crazy that you're saying that, because me and Kaylin have conversations all the time just about more or less not being seen.
Mm-hmm.
We try to put forth who we really are, and it's like some people are going to choose to see what they want to see and who they want to see it in.
Yep.
But you just said something about being authentic and being yourself, especially with your posts. And I realized with myself personally, when I'm authentic, like when I'm talking or whatever, because I try to stay away from the talking stuff. But some people online every day, like, absolutely. I don't want to be that guy.
Absolutely.
But when I do actually like talk to the camera about something specific that is either important to me or something that I've experienced or gone through, I see that's when people actually connect to that the most. And it's there is a certain perception and persona that we want to portray, that everybody has on their social media and whatever platform. But it is kind of like it is kind of just it's crazy when you're real. That's what people connect to. That's what they want.
Meaningful posts.
Yeah.
Say something meaningful.
Absolutely.
Right? Can I just use you an example? Your posts are meaningful, if not to nobody else, but to you. And you don't know who reads that and says, you know what, this blessed me today, or this is something I needed to see, or this guy looks great. I've had people, message me and say, oh my gosh, your smile is infectious. It made my day. Right. People I don't even know. Right. You understand what I'm saying? Last thing, I got one more thing.
Yeah, you good.
Get your life. Get your life. Get your life on social media. It's social media.
Yeah.
It's okay. It is another tool for us to use, to do whatever. If I have a product, here goes another tool for me. I don't have to go spend $1,000 on a commercial, whatever. I have this. And people have used this thing correctly.
Absolutely.
People have made a lot of money out of this. So I think, using some of those, rules, if you will, or whatever, kind of help. It helps. If you have a product, push it.
Listen.
If you have a platform, push it. Use it. Be meaningful. Be
Hey, he's dropping some gems for real.
Because
I was with a boy, a buddy of mine, Aaron Wilson, man, who was like, my right hand man when it comes to Forward and Beyond. He was, he's the one that pushes me to like really give people more of the brand and promote the brand. And he's like, you'd be surprised how many people really want to be a part of what you have going on.
Right.
What I'm saying? And so I just, whether it's from Instagram, whether it's from Twitter, or especially Facebook, people want to resonate with what you have. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, and a way that you can resonate here with what we have here at the Sphere Podcast Network is to subscribe to all of our shows, especially this show. Here, G is for Gentlemen. So we're talking to Facebook Live, and we ask all of you to subscribe to our show on all the major platforms, including iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Play, and Stitcher. Review our show in iTunes with constructive feedback. Be nice. Share this Facebook Live post and the entire show with your family, your friends, your auntie, them, your mama, sister, cousin, brother, family, and baby daddy. Donate to our mission to bring enriched and inspiring content each and every week. You can donate at www.thesphere.tv/donate. Okay, let me explain something to you. Look at me. Listen to me. If you're in a car, listen to me. You got your headphones, listen to me. If you're watching on your phone or your laptop, watch me. / is the button that leans to the right, not the one that leans to the left. Okay, lean to the right. Okay, that's the /. I'm so sick of people talking about > and don't even know what it is, and then they texting me talking about the link don't work because you use the wrong one.
Use the wrong one, huh?
But we're talking about this media thing, and we saw something that happened this week, Monday, that came out. And Brandon referenced it earlier. Rusty, that H&M, man.
Yeah.
and H&M They had, for those of you who have been under rock, pebble, whatever. Who let me not do that. Who may not have known, because everybody doesn't subscribe to the same forms of media. So for those of you who aren't aware, H&M, it's a Swedish company, and they had they have a kind of a fall line that was coming out, and they had a little boy. He was Kenyan. He's Swedish, but he's of Kenyan descent, and he had on a green sweatshirt. That's what did this sweatshirt say?
It said the coolest monkey in the jungle.
It's the coolest monkey in the jungle. So, of course, Twitter went bananas. The internet went bananas. I was incensed myself. Brandon and we talked about it. Russ, I don't even have to talk to you about it, because I've been knowing you for 13 years, so I know it's bad. It's really, really bad. And so H&M, they issued an apology after.
It was actually a really good apology.
It was a good apology.
The damage was done.
The damage, and that's the thing.
Nowhere else to.
But that's the thing. See, that's the thing about this thing called media, though, and that's why this story was so great for this show, Russ, because the power, like you said, media goes from one end of the earth to the other, from pole to pole, right? And so the damage has been done. They've released. They said that they've taken it offline. They've gotten rid of the product. They recalled it from the stores. I know a couple of managers at H&M's around the country have said, this was a big deal. They were like upset. They really didn't mean it. It's not who the company is, et cetera, et cetera. G-Eazy pulled out, right? The Weeknd pulled out, right? And I'm interested to see what other designers, because H&M does a phenomenal job of partnering with high-end designers, Russ. They with Balmain, right? They've done stuff with David Beckham, right? They've done stuff with these Margiela. Margiela. Last Christmas they did stuff with Margiela, with Mason Margiela. So I'm wondering how that's going to affect, if that's going to affect any of those.
Here's
folks.
what I don't want to see. I don't want you to give us an influx of black models trying to.
It's almost patronizing.
Yes, that's gonna piss the black community off even more. Don't try to Sammy Davis Jr. us.
Shaboing boing man.
Right. Shaboing boing.
But
don't shaboing boing us right now. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what else was funny that I saw last night, Russ? That the mom, she ain't tripping.
She's not tripping.
That's what I was tripping off of.
It was like, yo, I don't look at it like that. I don't see it that way.
You got that check, so you're not tripping. Let's be real. Let's keep it all the way 100 at G for Gents.
Yeah.
Let's keep it 100.
She got that check.
She got the check. So she
wasn't
don't
tripping. They needed the money, right? Look, I don't know what her background is. I know they're from another country.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you this. I won't even say what her reasoning for doing it is. You know what I mean? She's trying to push her son out there. Her son is a cute kid. She wants, needs the money, so forth and so on. That may be her reasoning. Here's where my bigger deal is, and I read this somewhere else. There are checks and balances on all of this shit.
Right.
Do you understand? There is nothing that is making to anybody's website or television.
Come on, Russ.
Without 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people looking at it. Do you understand? That is the major oversight here. That is why they're issuing the apology. How the hell did we mess this up? How did we not see this? Okay? Where you're in the United States, where we're in a very, very racially sensitive time right now. That you're pushing a product, right, with the young. Go ahead.
Let me tell you why. And there are these conspiracy theorists, whatever, but I feel like it was a timely distraction. I feel like it was a timely distraction because there's a lot of stuff going on right now, and a lot of people would love for the attention to be taken off them, or what's going on behind the scenes, or what certain things are trying to be done or passed to try to get a wool over our eyes. So we can all. I feel like they understand the dynamics of what incites us very well, and so all we got to do is throw a little simple post of a boy with a shirt that says monkey on there, and everybody's going to focus on that for 2 days straight, and you'll totally miss what happened the last 2 days on CNN.
So I mean, potentially, right? And that theory has always been around, but when you look at. And to kind of piggyback before we move forward would be to when you look at what was going on, man. there's this thing called corporate responsibility, and corporations have, they have to be socially conscious and socially responsible.
Correct.
And so I think that it falls upon a corporation to make sure that everyone that they serve is also reflected in the corporate structure.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
You can't America. Okay, so we have it. Let me give it to you real quick.
Yeah.
We spend about $3 trillion. African Americans in America spend about $3 trillion. We're only 16% of the population, but we spend about 64% of the revenue in terms of sales in this country, in terms of retail, right? Yeah. Internationally, we account, and I did my digging. We account for over 52% of H&M's sales. Black folks do
over half.
So you mean to tell me you don't have these metrics? You don't know this? And you don't have these folks when you're out there, when you're out there marketing, and when you're out there publicizing, and when you're out there using the platforms, you know what I'm saying, to let folks know what your merchandise is. Come on, man, you can miss me with that.
I'm with you. I'm gonna go back to Boys in the Hood. Either they just don't know,
they don't show,
or just don't care
about what's going on in the hood.
Speaking of what's going on in the hood, this portion of the show is sponsored by The Sphere. Are you starting a business and looking for a place to advertise? Do you have a need to reach out to thousands of people across the world to build your brand or sell your product? If so, we have just the thing for you. Get your product placement and advertising needs handled right here at The Sphere. Now, we offer a wide variety of content and delivery platforms, including iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, YouTube, and Stitcher. Plus, we have a vast demographic reach within the United States as well as countries across the globe. Our enriched content and inspiring dialogue, coupled with your strategic ad, is surely to hit the mark every single time. Call us today at area code 832-772-7789, or you can send an email over to advertise@thesphere.tv. Once again, that's area code 832-772-7789, or send an email over to advertise@thesphere.tv. This is Casey Kasem signing out.
You have to stop with the Casey Kasem voice.
I can't do Casey Kasem.
You got to stop with the.
You don't like Casey Kasem?
Right? Just a minute ago,
you're gonna tell me the people don't like Casey Kasem.
Listen, just a minute ago, you were Ice Cube, right? Now you Casey Kasem.
He did put the Q.
Hold on, but before that, he was Sammy Davis Jr. Like, who are you going to be today, bro? Like, seriously, or are you going to be the little monkey?
I got 2 and a possible left, so
are you going to be the little monkey? You know what I mean? Like, I'm just trying to figure it out. So as we can, right? Was nuts, man. As we continue to monitor this situation, it's gonna be interesting to see, because you got to realize Dove did this, right?
Yeah.
Dove did this.
Yeah.
Pepsi. Like, this ain't nothing new, fam.
And I'm like the comedian Ryan Davis. He said the other day,
how long?
I just want to know how long we still black. Because Dove did this and we still cool.
We forget easily.
Other people did this and we still cool. He's like, because I saw a little, sweatshirt that I want to get.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to get it if we still mad. But I might steal it. But if we not, let me know. Because black people forgive stuff really quickly.
Yeah, I saw the little,
really fast.
One of the little
the clips online.
They was talking about going in there, sending the white girl in there with get the shit for him. I said, boy, I tell you.
Listen, we can be some creative folks when we want to be, man.
But here's one thing I will say about that whole issue that I kind of dislike. And one of my friends on social media, she was talking about it. She was saying how, it was wrong for them to not do their checks and balances and before they put that out. And it was, even for the mom, it's kind of like, all money ain't good money.
Yeah.
Come on, Domino's. Come on, Domino's.
That's why you my boy.
Come on, Domino's.
All money ain't good money. But what is not good though is for us to put the face of an innocent young Caucasian kid up there and put all these different T-shirt names and different stuff for him.
Agreed.
Because he didn't do anything to deserve that. His family didn't do anything to deserve that.
Two wrongs to make it right,
responsibility solely lies with H&M.
Absolutely.
Again, I mean, the mom is what it is. She's doing the best she can to put her son in the best light to grow in whatever a field as far as modeling that he's trying to do. But H&M knew. H&M, I don't know, man.
That's a great point, man. That's a great point. We have to rise. We have to rise above the foolishness that we are subjected to.
Because we're no better than the very thing we're criticizing, and that's what bothers me off with our community. And let's just go there, even in media, because we'll sit here and we'll talk on CNN about all the injustices, but we will go and support all these different shows that continuously urge our young black African American males to act in that manner.
Right.
So we can't have it both ways.
Let me play devil's advocate.
Go ahead. Let's do it. I love it.
If that's all of us, if that's all you see on television of us, and you want to support us, then why not watch it?
Ooh,
you understand what I'm saying? Like this is still a show.
Well, let me tell you why.
This is still a show. Let's just take
Power
or Empire or whatever it is. It's still a show that is showcasing African Americans.
Yeah, a lot of talent.
A lot of talent.
Well,
you know,
I take that
regardless if you don't like what the storyline is or what they talking about.
I'll tell you why. I take that back to I think one of the most influential men in media, and the reason why I say this is because he made a decision that he did what a lot of young African American men will never do. This man walked away from $20 million. I'm talking about Dave Chappelle. And if you watch his stand up, he talks about why he did that.
Right.
He gave the analogy, and I wish more people would understand what he did, because everybody was joning him like, "What are you doing? You had the best show. Why would you do that?" And he simply said this. He said, in Africa, when the Bushmen are looking for water, they'll put salt cubes in a hole. And what happens is the baboon will come and he will put his hand in that hole and grab the salt cubes. And what happens is his hand begins to swell and he tries to take it out and he can't. Now, if the baboon is smart, he'll let go of the salt cubes. You understand what I'm saying?
Correct.
But because he really wants the salt, he continues to do that. And what happens is the Bushmen come and they take him and they put him in a cage and they give him all the salt cubes he wants. Well, clearly, after he's had his fill of the salt cubes, he's thirsty. His mouth is dry. They let him out the cage. What happens? He goes to find water. And then everybody in the village gets to have water because of what happened with the baboon. Dave Chappelle basically said, I just got tired of being the baboon. And I think understanding our true power, understanding who we really are, and understanding there's no industry as it relates to sales, as it relates to making other people money, that we don't dominate.
Oh, yeah.
There is not one industry that we don't have a significant impact, influence, or just all outright dominate. You know what I'm saying? And if we have to understand that we have to put ourselves in positions of power, and you can't always do that by saying, "Hey, I'm going to be the CEO."
Right.
But
Absolutely.
you can put yourself in a position of power by what you choose to refrain from.
Yeah.
Right.
But we don't know how to do that.
And you know, and for me, I think it's a balance of both sides, right? It's a two-sided coin. I don't have a problem with consuming that kind of media, right? I have a problem with letting that kind of media consume you.
Ooh, that's good.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna watch Power.
Yeah,
that's good.
I'm gonna watch.
Now I got it on demand.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna watch Empire. I'm gonna watch Scandal. I'm gonna watch, but I'm also gonna watch. You know, I'm reading Rainbow, or I mean, whatever black. You know, it's about keeping it balanced.
Come on, Kunta.
I know, right? It's about keeping it balanced, right? And understanding that I may look at these black shows and these black media outlets, but I'm also going to make sure that I go to the black movies and give them my coin at the box office. I'm also going to make sure that my subscription on my Time Warner has a TV One, has OWN. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually supporting those networks. We have a buddy who has a show on. I'm going to make sure that I support it and tweet it out.
Supporting the black
This
businesses.
supporting the black
well.
businesses. I'm going to make sure I go to the black university and give them my dollar.
Right.
Yeah.
You see what I'm
And
saying?
what does that take, though? What's the D word that takes? Hold on, I got the word for you.
Come on,
It
talk to us.
takes discipline.
Absolutely.
Okay? It takes discipline. And I think that all goes back, and I talk a lot about this because I mean it, to your foundation, how you were raised, what you know, even what you learn, because you don't have to be raised in the best place or whatever to learn and know what is right, what is wrong.
Come on, Rob.
Okay? So it takes the discipline to be able to to use your discernment.
Yeah, come on.
Right? That I ain't gonna scroll on IG and see this girl looking like this and think I gotta look the same way. You understand? Because I am perfectly fine the way God made me.
Absolutely.
Or I got to see this and I saw this on the show and I got to have that and it's gonna cost me $2,000, but my rent due at the same time, but I choose to go and spend because
Yeah,
that happens.
absolutely.
What I'm saying is it takes the discipline.
Yeah.
Right, to use that discernment. I mean,
Agreed, man.
I hear what we all say.
Yeah, for sure. Because listen, this we could keep this going, but let's.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's so powerful. It's such an amazing concept to understand that we know who we are. You know what I'm saying? And so it just makes me smile, man. It just really makes me smile.
Well, he said something very powerful. He said a word called discipline. And that's a universal word that we could use across the board.
Absolutely.
We could use discipline with our relationships.
Absolutely.
We could use discipline with what
finances,
with what we entertain ourselves with.
Absolutely.
We could use discipline with finances. Man, as a matter of fact, this portion of the show is sponsored by Houston Housewives of Finance. Did you know that only 4 states in the United States offer financial education? That's 33%. Ladies and gentlemen, that is more than 77 million Americans that don't pay their bills on time. 39% of Americans carry credit card debt from month to month, and 39% of adults say that they don't have enough savings. Don't become one of these statistics. Please let Houston Housewives of Finance advise you on increasing your cash flow and becoming your own money manager by scheduling your own complimentary personal finance strategy. You can contact Houston Housewives of Finance today at 1-844-700-4463, or you can email them at info@houstonhousewivesoffinance.com. Ask us how you can participate in a complimentary financial literacy workshop near you. Ladies and gentlemen, the Houston Housewives of Finance are the new faces of the new age of financial services.
And please,
this is Casey Kasem signing out.
He needs to be fired. Like, please leave him where he is. When did this happen?
You can't tell me that Casey Kasem was not a pioneer in radio when we were
I can't. But
young kids.
But he was.
I can be the fly jock Tom Joyner if you want.
No,
me
I
to
don't
be.
want you to be the fly jock.
Okay.
You gonna be a Q now? but you know, when
Anything
we talk
but a Sigma. Go ahead.
Here we go. It's because you can't make the cut.
You can't get it out.
You can't make the cut.
It's because you can't get it out.
You can't make the cut. It's all good.
in December out here.
There you go. So, you know, when we talk about finances, when we look at, there's a certain brand that's come under a lot of fire recently in the past few years.
Besides H&M?
Yeah. Well, but a lot of fire because, again, black folks, we support it by and large, right? And that's the Jordan brand, right? That's the Jordan. Like, listen, I know a lot of cats that are sneakerheads that live and die by each edition of Jordan, whether it's the 11s, the 13s, the 9s, it don't matter. You know, whether it's the Oreos, it just really doesn't. It's, you know, they gotta go get them.
Yeah,
and that's a different show when you start talking about marketing, you start talking about value and things of that nature. But what Jordan has also done is Jordan and Nike they've done a phenomenal job at collaborating with other brands, especially other American brands. And there's a new collab brand.
No,
no.
Okay.
I don't even know what you said.
Big baller brand.
Oh my God! And so
that didn't come out yet. That collaboration didn't happen.
Nah, bro. Nah, but what did happen? Is Levi's and Jordan are actually collaborating to create. Yeah,
not a shoe, please.
No. Yeah, it's a shoe.
I was about to say because
but this is the second. This is the second time that they've had this collaboration, right? And so they've come together again to collaborate on the Air Jordan 9 sneaker and Levi Strauss and Company
pull that up on the screen.
Reversible denim trucker jacket. So the denim jacket that I don't even have it on. I should have had it on. I forgot. That's why I wore it today, but I forgot. But your regular denim jacket is called the trucker jacket, right? From Levi's, and this is one of the staples that they have in their repertoire. And so they're partnering with Jordan because Levi celebrated their 50th anniversary in terms of this denim jacket last year. Okay, and it will be this will be released on January 17th. So I'm really excited to see about the Jordans are going to have the 2-horse label on there. You saw them? Yeah, them girls are cute, boy.
Oh my God!
The Jordans are going to have the 2-horse label from the Levi's on there to show that this is collaboration, and the Jordan is denim. The shoe is actual denim.
The shoe is denim.
The shoe is denim, son.
It's going to break in the way, just like.
Is it a totally new Jordan? Is it
no, it's the 9.
No, it's the 4s.
I mean the 4s. I said the 4s. 9. I mean it's the 4s. Yeah,
it's the 4s, and they're fantastic. The jacket is dope.
Wow.
The jacket is dope itself. They're fantastic, and you can just distress them yourself.
Yep.
You can wear them in. They're gonna become your own. You can make them your own. I love the shoe. I'm probably gonna miss out on getting it, but if I don't, I'm damn sure I'm gonna try my damn best.
Yeah, we gotta get on the list, man.
Look,
it come out next week, so you know the list is a mile long right now.
Well, I know a guy.
Yeah, I do too. I know 2 guys,
but he's not gonna give me. He's not gonna hook me up.
Is gonna get him
yeah.
out.
But see,
Everybody's not gonna get it.
everybody.
You know a guy too.
I do know a guy.
RB.
So, yeah, RB. Well, I know two guys. So I got a cousin. Anyway, I got a cousin named Pookie. Right.
We all do.
Right.
We all got a cousin named Pookie.
Well, yes.
But so yeah, I'm excited. I'm looking because I'm not even a super Jordan head.
Yeah.
I have a few pair.
Oh, there they go.
Yeah.
There they go.
Yeah. I have a few pair of them.
There's nothing negative you can say.
There isn't. There isn't. There's nothing negative. Look at B. He's speechless.
There's nothing negative you can say.
I'm just trying to. I'm putting my outfit together right now.
Look at how beautiful that shoe is.
Yeah.
That shoe is beautiful.
What do you do?
And you said they have a jacket to match.
It's a jacket that's with it.
Comes with it.
Oh, like when you buy it.
No, it doesn't come with it. But they're
Well,
selling it.
the selling jacket. Yeah. So it's like,
But it's reversible.
Yeah,
so
it's
one
reversible.
side is black, the other side is denim. I mean, come on.
It's the regular indigo wash. So it's
and you can wear that with any pair of Jordans. The jacket.
Absolutely.
With anything. I mean, it's a denim
Whatever you
jacket,
want.
right? Like a denim
I
jacket.
didn't know if it was like Jordan logos on there. And
It's
stuff
a
like
big.
that.
It's a huge one on the back.
So you don't want to wear that with some.
I'll rock it. I'll
Adidas.
rock it.
I don't care. It's Jordan.
So the
Because Jordan transcends Nike at this point. People know that Jordan is Nike.
I
No.
get that.
No.
But Jordan is its brand in and of itself.
Yeah,
You don't
so-
wear a Jordan hat with Puma shoes.
Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you?
Would you? Let me ask you this.
I
Would
wear
you-
what's ever comfortable.
Why wouldn't you?
So you would wear a Jordan hat with Puma shoes?
Yes.
I wouldn't even buy Puma shoes. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't have any in my repertoire, but I'm just trying to use the scenario.
But
you know what I'm saying?
I don't have a problem with that because they're not competitive. They're not competing. Right, I know, right? Because they're not. Well, I can't. I got a few pair. They're not competing brands. They're not. So you don't wear Tommy and Polo back in the '90s when that was a big thing, right? Because they're competing brands.
Because I feel like it's the same thing as wearing
but they're not
a gold watch and a silver necklace.
But they're not
competing, but
they are competing. Those medals are antithetical. They are competing.
They're what?
Antithetical, son.
He pulling out.
I'm about to say.
Pulling out the master.
So here we go.
That's the
So
master's words.
Right.
But another thing, what I think is important for us to chop it up about is so the three of us I can't talk today have had our success in relationships, right? And so let's kind of go there for a minute.
You guys more successful than me. But it's okay.
I mean, God.
No. You're successful because you're where you are by choice.
No. True.
Right.
But so are we. Love you, wife.
So I know Heather.
Whoa. You
Kira,
love my wife. Hey,
yes, I do love your wife.
To all the wives.
That's
well,
my
I love
homie.
your wife too.
Yeah, it's your wife is my homie. Absolutely.
All loves to all the wives.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so let's talk about this first date thing, right? So when we were younger growing up, I used to be for me, I used to be really, really insecure. I was been this height since I was 14 years old, super stupid, skinny.
Like most men who will never admit it, but yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Super stupid, skinny, right? All of this kind of deal. And so I relate to the junior high in school when you got nervous asking the girl to the dance, right? I relate to that.
Yeah.
And so, but as I progressed as a man, I became more and more comfortable, and going on dates was easier. Approaching women was easier. But there are still some guys out there that really have some trouble with this first date thing, right?
Gosh.
They really do. Like, and I'm sure we all know guys that kind of get like, kind of
antsy. And I think it's because the willingness to overperform or produce or to be something like, but it's hard because when you're on a first date or something, it's what you said, be yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
The whole reason that person probably entertained you or wanted to go out with you in the first place was because there was something authentic that they resonated with. But when it comes game time, we feel like we got to do the most.
For sure.
We got to do the most.
So let's talk about 7 quick ways that can help folks, right? With their
well, you just said number one.
Yeah, well, and that's on the list.
Number one.
That's on the list.
I think another thing is to talk about things that you know that you're passionate about, because women really thrive off of that. They love passionate men. I don't care if it's your work or your family or whatever it is.
Yeah.
They love to see men invested into something,
right?
And because that all they do is think about, shit, he gonna feel like this about me.
Right. That's good. That's a great point.
No, I'm dead.
No, that's
ass.
a great point.
He gonna feel like this about me after a while or whatever. So I really like that he can find something, or he gets to that level of passion, so forth and so on. Because they're women are
fellas. Stop rule. Stop trying to say what you think they want to hear.
It doesn't work.
Stop it.
It doesn't work.
They can read right through it.
It doesn't work.
They read right through that. You know what I'm saying? And it makes you look a certain way.
And before you, there it is. Before you even open your mouth, before you even open your mouth, you need to look a certain way, right? And so you have to have killer yet appropriate style for the first date. Why the hell are you in a 3-piece suit and you go to AMC 30?
People still do
that.
Let
me ask you that. No, but let me ask you that. What do you mean by
it has to be?
Go ahead. Expound on that.
Venue specific. If I'm not going to Miller Outdoor Theater, right, to a community concert. Right, in a wool blazer, right, and some Chelsea
not in
boots.
Texas, you ain't.
I'm not doing it. It's not appropriate.
What is appropriate first date attire then?
So really, it's contextual.
Put it back on the style.
No, absolutely. That's fine. That's fine. You can do it all day long. It's contextual. Yeah. It really depends on where you're going.
Okay, we're going to Cyclone and Ayers.
Well, first of all, don't go on no movie or nothing like that.
Hold on. Come back.
We got to chill on that.
Yeah.
We're going to Cyclone and Ayers. We're gonna sit at the bar. We're gonna have some perfect margaritas or whatever. What am I wearing, Caleb?
So for me, what Kaylin would wear, and I think what every gentleman in this studio would wear, would be something really chill, something a nice pair of jeans. It could be distressed or not. So, some easy, simple sneakers, right? Some simple silhouette sneakers. You ain't got to go too crazy, but you can wear your J's or whatever. You can wear a scoop neck tee and a denim jacket. Keep it simple.
I'm with that.
Keep it simple.
Here's what I think.
So before that, you want to employ the KISS with 3 S's method, right?
The what?
The KISS method. KISS method says keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah.
Well, keep it stylishly simple, stupid. KISS, KISS. That's what you want to do on the first date. Right. Thank you. My bad. Thank you for that. And so it's really contextual where you go.
Yep.
Here's something that I think or something I know from me personally that I failed to realize or remember. I was so busy trying to impress that I forgot to dress also for the personality of the person that I'm going out with. Because some women, they're just really fun loving. They just want to have a good time. And you could come all suited and booted. And they're like, whoa,
stuffy, bro.
Or some people, it's kind of like, whoa,
very proper
you're too casual.
Absolutely.
Like, did you not think this was I'm enough for you?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So you really got to try to find out more. And definitely nowadays it's a lot easier because you can look on social media, you can look on Instagram,
there you go.
You can look on Facebook and kind of see the style of the person that you're going out to kind of match. Okay, I feel like she might wear something like this, so let me conform to that.
And generally speaking, women are a lot better at understanding the environment. And so they dress for their environment. So go to the website of where you're going. Go to Cyclone on Ice and see what the people.
That's great. That's great.
What the people on the website.
You said
are
that before. That's good information. People need to know that.
Research, do your due diligence. And you mentioned this earlier.
You come in a tall tee and some baggy jeans.
Come on, bro. You get laughed out of the establishment.
X marks the spot.
Come on.
Unless you know you're dealing with.
Come on, man. Talk about it.
Unless you know you're dealing with somebody that just want to drink or whatever. Then it don't matter what the fuck you got on. Just go and get her ass liquored up or whatever. You good to go.
That's the guy that's gonna go
what you want to do later?
I'm gonna hit this black. I'll be right back.
Or get on the phone and call the round 2 after he leave that, right?
Hey, I've been very successful at first dates. Just like
that. Absolutely. Hey, here.
I always have second ones.
So, secondly, and B, you said this. For a first date, stay away from places where you can't have conversations. Like, don't go to a concert.
It defeats the entire
Don't go to a play. Don't go to a movie.
Even bowling is you're constantly going back and forth. Like you like you said, you need to go somewhere where you can actually sit down and not so much talk to that. Get to know. You want to get to know them, but more importantly, as a man, you are trying to let that person get to know who you are.
Absolutely.
Because as a man, you're leading by example, and you have to let a woman know what they're getting themselves.
I truly believe, and I'm gonna give somebody something today. I truly believe that there is power in vulnerability. Okay? There is power in vulnerability.
In so many
When
areas.
I say that, if I let you into my life, that makes it that much more easier for you to let me into yours.
Agreed.
Okay, and I can only do that as a man by leading by example.
Evelyn, are we talking good over here? We our
Our
producer
producers over here,
Evelyn.
amen.
Evelyn,
Okay.
are we making sense with some of the stuff that we're saying
that by
today?
leading by example,
Agreed.
right? If I show the woman or whoever it is I'm getting to know or I'm dating that I am open to the conversation about my life and what I love and what I hate and so forth and so on, who I love and what's important to me, she will give that to me in return.
Agreed.
Okay? And it won't be a scary environment.
We make
for
it more
her.
than what it has to
Okay,
be.
absolutely.
You know,
Go ahead.
I mean, I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. Another thing.
I just wish I knew this when I was dating
Come on, man.
back in the day.
Come on.
I don't know. I got it pretty early.
You did.
I got it pretty early.
Good.
I mean, I'm that type of person anyway. B, you don't know me personally, but I'm that type of person anyway. So it was just, I was like, wow, this is easy.
Yeah.
This is, women really love that.
Well, I'm gonna put somebody on game today because again, I'm talking from experience, from mistakes that I've made.
Come on. The best teacher is experience.
I need you to be creative, but spend what you can afford.
Sure.
I don't need you to
Please.
go out and splurge and hit all these shots and this and that because you think that's what they want.
But you're doing
and then you look on Monday and you NSF, you ask them to borrow some money and you eating peanut butter and jelly the rest of the week because you ended up buying all these drinks and stuff and she ain't even finish them.
She ain't even
That's
finished.
because that's not what she was about. That's not what she was
And that's where I
on.
was
And
gonna
it
go.
don't take that. We feel like in order to impress a woman, young-minded men, we feel like, and I'm speaking again about me, we feel like we have to impress them by material items and buying things and taking them to the nicest restaurant. You can take a woman to Applebee's and she could have the time of the life. If you are being authentic in who you are and vulnerable,
Thank
like
you for
you
using
said.
that authentic word again. Absolutely.
And actually, I kind of like Applebee's.
No,
But go ahead.
No, you're absolutely right.
Half off
You're
appetizers
absolutely
after
right.
dark.
Boys
All right.
show their hand way too
Too early.
Way too soon.
Telegraph
and,
they
and, and, and what I love just about my life and how I grew up or whatever, in college, when you in college, it's the grind.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ain't no money. Ain't nobody working. You in school all the time. You wearing whatever you got. You got to make the best of what you have.
Yeah.
That means you know what that builds though? That builds this tongue game, right? What can I say? That builds my communication skills, my negotiating skills, whatever that is. So it's gonna happen in business. It's gonna happen in my personal life as well, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have whatever fun I need to have because I'm still a young college man. I want to have fun. I want to date. We can have fun without, and I have nothing in my pocket.
Right.
Oh, I'm good to go.
Absolutely.
And I'm successful. I'm good to go.
Another point of this is, and this could be to our detriment as men, right? If you keep trying to ball out and spend, then you create an expectation.
No, that's where I was gonna go next.
Hey,
I'm glad
you
Kayla
better
said it.
preach.
You can't afford that expectation.
You better preach.
That's why I said boys should be showing that. No, you killing me.
Now all of a sudden
man.
you've gone 7 dates and each day you done spent $400.
That's
because
what you mean we're not going to. What you mean
we're not going to Ruth Chris? No.
Yes.
Yeah, what you
Yes, sir.
what you what you
we
mean
gonna
we're
chill
not
today,
courtside? What you mean we're not going? We got to sit way up. We got to watch the game, but we went to it's playoffs now. I want to go. Hold on,
Playoffs?
right?
Playoffs?
You know what I'm saying? And so it's one of those things that you can create that false expectation. Another one, man, and this is simple. Just keep it light and fun.
Keep it light and fun.
Have a good time.
It's okay.
It's all right. Have a good time.
It's the first date. There's not. You're not that invested. Okay.
And there's no reason
Be
to
cool.
There's no reason to show you got a doctorate degree.
Man,
Just
we
be
need
cool.
to.
It's no reason-
send this
Straight up.
podcast out
Seriously.
to every young
Seriously.
college.
It's no reason to be the smartest man in a restaurant on the first date.
It-
It's not like it's gonna be like what are you trying to prove?
Yeah, and I've heard women
Relax.
say a lot of times like he was trying to do too much.
Like, relax.
he was trying to act
And
like
here's the thing.
he was trying to act like he knows everything. You know
Oh
what I'm
my
saying?
gosh, bro! If you walk in knowing this thing is a two-way street, not a one-way street. This thing is a two-way street. Dating and getting to know
come on.
people is a two-way street. That thing should be reciprocated. Okay.
Yeah.
You should be trying to get to know this person just as much as they should be trying to get to know you. First dates are supposed to be light and fun and
This
stress-free. You understand?
You know, it's
Dead
funny you
ass.
said that. Number 4 is
Yeah.
keep it light and fun.
Yeah.
Number 4 is actually keep it light and fun.
And what's number
simple.
5? And what's number 5? Number 5 says nervousness is okay. Just don't freak out.
So let me tell you a story about that. My god brother, a guy that I love very dearly, PJ William Preston Roberts. I doubt he's watching
we put him out there.
But
It's full go.
I hope he's not watching. PJ, we were out one day, and you know, it was a little double date when we were younger.
Yeah.
And PJ, you know, he had on some nice white jeans and stuff like that. We were at a little basketball game, and he's like, "Hey, I'll be right back." You know, PJ was nervous. You know what I'm saying? I'll be right back. PJ leaves, and he's gone for about 30 minutes. And I'm sitting there talking to these ladies. I'm like, what's going on? What didn't happen to my boy? You know what I'm saying? My wingman is gone.
Right.
PJ comes back after like 45 minutes. And again, he had on white jeans. And I think he went to go get his young lady some nacho cheese.
Damn.
PJ not only spilled the nacho cheese on his white jeans, but he had went to the bathroom to try to wipe them with the brown paper towel that is in most. And so you see smeared white cheese and brown paper towel all over. Keep it light and fun. You should have got that girl some bubble gum or something. You know what I'm saying?
But you want, you know,
keep it light and fun. Keep it light and fun.
Right. And
don't get too nervous. Don't get too nervous.
But nervous can be okay because oftentimes the woman is just as nervous as you are.
Yeah.
So
some of them think that's actually cute.
Exactly. So some of them think it's cute and quirky if you're nervous. Then it could be something because you. An authentic nervousness is way better than you trying to put on, right? Number 6, we said it already.
Yeah.
But don't get too deep.
Yep.
But don't be too shallow.
How do you do that? Somebody might be saying, how do I navigate that? How do I make sure that I'm not?
So for
you know what I'm saying?
So for me, that goes into being a well-read person, right? Being someone who understands popular culture, who understands a little bit of politics, who understands a little bit of sports, who understands a little bit of business. You're able to speak at least on a surface level to so many different things.
Absolutely.
And that goes into being a gentleman. Read the paper.
Absolutely.
Watch the news, right? Look at the popular shows. Go to the movies. Subscribe to life.
Yep.
And if you're able to subscribe to life, then you can speak to life.
But again, you should know.
That was good.
That is good. You should know at least a little something about. I think
because it's the first date, so you've already had some contact with them.
You should already have had some conversations, seen what this person is interested in.
Yeah,
that's
if you don't do that, man. If you don't have
correct.
Yeah.
But I don't know a lot of women who are just readily, unless they just come to go in to get a free meal, that are just readily just going out with somebody.
You, my friend, live in Atlanta.
Without having a few conversations with them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
sure.
So you've learned. You should by then have learned something about what this woman is interested in, what she likes to talk about. That's just like 101 shit, right?
Yeah.
So that by the time you get to the date, you know what drives her, gets her going. You know what I mean? She's interested.
It's almost an unfair fight.
Absolutely.
Hey,
but it's supposed to be.
My guy.
Come on.
Last but not least, and I feel like it's the most important one.
Yeah, especially nowadays, man. Talk about it, B.
Stay off social media.
Yeah.
Stay off your phone altogether. Don't be texting another chick that you've been really wanting to get at, but she finally texts you back, or your boy's talking about it. Like make the focus about her. And not even from a phone standpoint, don't talk about yourself so much on a date that you forget to find out something about her.
Absolutely.
You know, my one of my goals is, when I was dating, or even now when I meet new people, I want to find out something about that person that I just did not know, or something that I couldn't find out already on social media.
Absolutely.
And that comes from having intellectual conversation with that person, not surface level conversation.
Absolutely.
And that goes back to go deep but not too deep.
No, go deep but not too deep. That's
right. But get deep enough to where you can let them know something about you that they didn't know, and you walk away from the table knowing something about them that they didn't know.
Agreed, man. Agreed. We got one final segment before we end. This has been a phenomenal show. And you don't even know about this one, B. I thought about it earlier today coming in. And, my brand is Senor Guapo, and that's Spanish because I speak Spanish and all of that kind of deal. So I wanted to bring in a new section.
I thought you actually spoke Portuguese. Go ahead. Never mind.
A new section called Como se dice, and that means how do you say. Right. So I want to ask Robert. I want to ask Rusty. Yeah, I'm putting you on the spot. Okay, I want to ask you.
I knew nothing about this, by the way.
I know you know nothing about it. You be that either.
You and me both.
It's called Como se dice, right? And what we're gonna do, we're gonna put up a phrase that's a gentlemanly phrase or something that's about fashion that's oftentimes mispronounced, and I want to see if you know how to pronounce it.
Okay.
Let's look on the screen and see if we can get it popping. Como se dice? Do you know what that is?
Je ne sais quoi.
Okay.
Je ne sais quoi. I mean, that's one of your favorite.
So what does that mean, though?
Je ne sais quoi, a certain thing, right?
Is that a certain thing? That's when you have a certain zhuzh to yourself.
Yeah, I like that zhuzh. Yeah. You know, what are you, Jewish or some zhuzh?
So what it is French, what it technically means is I do not know. So
I said thing. I got that. Nah, bro, give me my points, bro.
You got your points.
I got that.
You got your, I'm gonna give it to you.
What is it? Say it again.
He said a certain thing.
I know what it is, but for him, not for me. For him, what is it?
Okay, it means I do not know.
I do not know.
It means
a certain what is it about you? A certain
What is it? What is this right here?
There is something. You understand? You understand, Terry? There is something about you.
Man, I'm hot. I'm so hot right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
All these lights.
But the reason I brought that phrase up is because here at Juice for Gentlemen, that's what we encourage all of our listeners and our viewers to have. Is that certain je ne sais quoi? It's a French phrase that means that certain something that you do. I don't know what.
So in other words, could it also be defined as something about him?
Yeah,
something about her.
Oh no, absolutely.
No, yeah, that's what it communicates. Just I don't know what it is, but it is something about him.
Story of my life.
And same here. And it came from just a little what the way it got popular was from oh God, I can't even think. What's the French? What's the painting? The lady that don't look good.
I don't know.
Mona Lisa, yes. Mm-hmm. Mona Lisa. When they were describing Mona Lisa, people were asking Da Vinci and all of his contemporaries, what was it about it? And they would say, je ne sais quoi. Je ne sais quoi. I don't know. I don't know. It's something about it.
Is she smiling? Is she not smiling?
Yeah,
is she
I don't know,
smirking?
but it's something about it.
But
So,
ugly,
and so we
like,
want every gentleman, we want every brother, we want every man, boy, we want every sister, every woman. We want you to have that je ne sais quoi, that intangible quality that draws people in, but that also that allows you to tout your leadership to your community, to your families. That also allows you to present yourself in the best way possible. That also allows you to love your brother as you love yourself. That also allows you to give yourself unto every person that you have, because we only have one life on this earth.
I really feel like everybody on this earth already has that. It's just about tapping into it.
Come on, there it is. There it is.
You know?
Well, we've had this past hour.
Man, this was a lot of fun today.
Man.
This was a lot of fun.
A lot of fun. Russ, thank you so much for coming by, hanging out.
They're not gonna have me on no more, y'all.
bro.
So it's you know,
Listen,
we need. You know what? You know what? No. Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and say something right now. I'm gonna step out on a limb. We're going on the road to Atlanta.
I'm with it. Let's do it.
We're gonna go on the road to Atlanta. We're gonna do one there.
Yeah, it is.
We're gonna be at
in my office.
we're gonna be at GPB.
I don't know, Office of Security Code. We'll see about this.
Because they will be listening. You better put that disclaimer out, bro.
Right.
So here, just for gentlemen, we like to leave you guys with one thing.
Yes, sir.
You can keep it gangster,
or you can keep it G. Wait. Let's do it again. Let's do it again.
Even I know it, and
this is like this is like the. All right, let's do it again. Let's do it. All right,
you can keep it gangster,
or you can keep it gentlemanly,
but always
keep it
G. Till next time.
Here.